We're back with another Best Ball Mania live stream. Nick's computer is not working, so hopefully he'll be with us shortly. We'll just hop into a room here. No cards to rip today?
No cards.
No cards.
No cards to rip today.
I was close. I was on the Whatnot app, and people were selling off individual packs from hobby boxes, and I was very close. Very close.
Do people ever I wondered this, if you have one of those resealers, are people able to get hobby boxes, open the packs, keep the thing in good condition, and put random cards in there and reseal it?
Yes, people do that.
Yeah, so how do you safeguard yourself against that?
People also will take out the packs and then weigh them for jersey cards and thicker inserts.
Yeah, that's why it's seems risky.
Yeah, it does. That's why I didn't do it. But
okay, so I guess
I mean it depends on if you're doing it from some random dude. There's legitimate businesses that use Whatnot that you would assume their reputation would be that they wouldn't be fucking people over.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's just some random Joe Schmo, yeah, I could definitely see it happening.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Some wild Twitter clips of people all right, this is your pack. And then they rip it open and they're like, oh, wait, this is a massive hit.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Would that's happened? Their channel must die immediately. Who's going to continue to watch that?
I mean, they could just recreate another account, I guess. I don't know.
That's insane.
All right, we got the 10th pick.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't gotten this part of the draft much.
Don't recognize any names in here.
Hopefully we get some weirdos like last draft. All right. So I like the turn this year. I actually think there's not really a bad draft slot at all this year. So I don't get upset no matter what my pick is. Last year I hated the end of the draft.
Yeah, that was what? AJ Brown.
I honestly forget what the combos were, but
probably AJ, Amon-Ra.
No, Amon-Ra was
Drake.
Drake was there definitely. I feel like Amon-Ra was 7th.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He was a little higher.
What was that? Wasn't it?
Nico was there. No, Nico was
Nico was later in the second.
Nico was in the second, I thought.
Neighbors might have been in the second.
I'm down for Neighbors or Amon-Ra here.
Yeah, give me Amon-Ra.
Definitely don't have any of Amon-Ra. Yeah, I think it was AJ, Drake, A-Chain.
Taylor.
I think A-Chain was definitely one of the ones that kind of started rising to the first.
Tyreek might have been there.
Tyreek was top 3.
Yeah, he was early. It's been a long
now he's a 3rd round pick.
Long day. Brain's not working at full capacity.
A little foggy brain today, Alex?
Yeah.
Same.
A lot of packing up.
Oh.
You too? Well, that too.
When do you move?
On the 21st, but we're out of town the 16th through the 20th, so the 15th is our last day here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nico, that's a sick combo.
Yeah. Good with you, Corey?
Yeah, it's fine. He fell.
I mean, Nico to me could be a mid-first round pick.
Yeah, that's a nasty start.
He's such an incredible receiver. He was a guy last year that I just was not fully in on. And I just, after watching him play, I'm like, this guy's absolutely unbelievable.
He's so nasty.
Yeah.
He's got to be Mike Evans sized, right?
I mean, with the comparisons that I've seen, and I get it. It's like Julio Jones.
Yeah. 6'4", 215. Julio is 6'3", 220. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mike Evans is 6'5", 225.
Yeah, Mike Evans is a
big motherfucker.
He's ridiculous.
Damn. Probably could have gone to the league, the NBA. 6'5", 225. That's nuts. And he probably still runs like a 4.5, 4.6.
Yeah, he's the definition of consistency. Now, I still am a little.
It's such a. It feels like every year, I feel like I missed out on Mike Evans, and this is finally going to be the year that he like completely.
That's me with Derrick Henry.
Yeah. It's like this is the year. This is the year that he's going to completely blank.
That's me with Derrick Henry.
Nope.
And I honestly don't know if I want to do it with Derrick Henry this year. I will do it on DraftKings. I just won't take him. But I got Underdog, where touchdowns matter so much more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can just full fade him again.
Yeah. That would be, yeah.
Like, he will just shove it down your throat.
D-Train.
That's a scary fade for sure. Because, I mean, all they have to, like, obviously Lamar is more than capable of getting him into the goal line multiple times a game, and then it's just handed to him 3 times. He's probably going to score.
Yeah. They're set up so well just to be in that area of the field.
Yeah.
And then he still breaks off those just like 40-yard touchdowns. Like,
yeah.
And it's always towards the end of games. Like, I swear Derrick Henry's a guy that, like, in DFS, you'll feel so good. So many times it's been like the second quarter, halftime, he has like 5 fantasy points. And like, it feels, but you can never, I've learned with Derrick Henry, you can never feel safe because it's always in the fourth quarter that he just comes. That's his best quarter.
It's because he's just literally pounding down that defense all game, and they give before he does.
It's ridiculous. Like, you'll feel great for the fade, and then he'll hit that. It'll be like 6 minutes left in the fourth, and he hits an 80-yard touchdown, and you're like, well,
there goes that week.
Yeah, and then they just start piling it. And then he hits the 100-yard bonus, and it's just. Yeah, I let Chase Brown was a good pick there. Another ADP faller.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the BYU quarterback?
No.
Jake Retzlaff. He's like, remember? He's like, he's a Jewish quarterback going to the Mormon school.
And
yeah. Well, he's entering the transfer portal right now because he's facing suspension from the school after admitting he had premarital sex, and it's against the honor code at BYU.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you can't be doing that.
We're on
I'd
the clock.
say
Lamar. I'd be fine with Lamar. Or Tet. Lamar or Tet.
I'd say I feel like we don't have any Tet, but Lamar's fine.
I'll look at our exposure here while we got a sec. Hang on.
He's definitely. I mean, Tet used to kind of go in the 40s. But he's climbed. It feels so good. Like, I mean, it starts like you get like 2 of the early receivers, like Amon-Ra and Nico, feels amazing. Like, it's just like,
yeah, it does.
Every week producers. You still get a running back that, if he really gets that workhorse role, can just crush that ADP. And then you get an elite quarterback. It just feels like a solid start.
We took Tet in the Schnauzer draft that we did. We have taken Amon-Ra a couple of times now. Nico, I think that was our first, maybe second. I can't tell if it's. Yeah. I can't tell if the I think it's our second because I don't think it updates your exposure until the draft is finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it,
That
even
was our
right
second.
after your draft finishes, it takes a little while. Thank you, Garen Bowie, Baba Bowie.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, because I don't really like Amon-Ra to me is like a quarterback or a receiver. It's like, yeah, I mean, if he's hitting week 17, which you would want him to, Goff is nice, but like Amon-Ra had some big games where he doesn't take Goff with him.
Right.
And it's kind of same with Nico. Nico has had some massive games that Stroud doesn't hit. So I don't care if I don't have those quarterbacks stacked.
Yeah. Check out the start we got, Nicholas. Monra, Nico, Chase Brown, Lamar.
He's already frozen.
And he's frozen.
You just put a sticker on his monitor to make it look like he's sitting there.
It's like the one he puts on for work calls. So it looks like he's there. He's just walking around the house.
Great concentration, Nick.
Yeah. He seems so engaged and focused.
Just looks like a stock image off Google Images.
Yeah, it does.
The iPad died.
The plain background.
Oh, if we could get Waddle
That
here.
would be so nice.
And this guy needs a receiver, though.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with Rome, though.
Corey, what are you feeling?
That's fine.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that would have felt so good.
That would have been nasty wide receiver room. I still like Rome, but Waddle is definitely a cut above.
It's actually, I was looking at the season long props, and Rome in this like ADP range.
I think I saw that same tweet.
Yeah.
It was like, it highlighted the Vegas lines, and it was Rome,
Metcalf stood out in his range.
DK, and there was a third one.
I forget was it Olave? It might have been. I
forget who the third one was, but yeah, it was like at their current ADP value, Vegas has them beating where they're being drafted right now.
Yeah, because they have Rome for like 950 yards or something.
Yeah.
Travion, Olave would be my votes. What do you think?
I throw Judy in there too, but
Judy was the third. That's who the third one was. It was Judy.
Yeah, he's just a little more of a reach, but I'm fine with any of those three, I guess. Travion's solid.
Sorry, I was talking through the end of that one, Corey. Hope you're all right with that.
Who would you have picked?
I said you could throw Judy in that mix.
So Judy would have been your click?
Probably. I mean, I like Henderson. I don't mind Olave.
I just think Travion, as a rookie, like Ramondre, could still get some of that goal line stuff, but
He's so good at Ohio State.
Yeah. And I think he will have a bunch of that pass catching role, which I know it's Underdog, it's not DraftKings, so you don't get the full advantage of the PPR, but I think he could get tons of targets, still be used as a rusher too. Yeah, I still don't think Ramondre's gone though fully.
No.
Yeah. Well, and you'd assume that Patriots offense is going to have a pretty notable uptick.
Yeah.
Just with Drake's second year, new coaching staff.
They could be sneaky good.
I think they'll be competitive for sure. They're just in a pretty tough division.
One defense that I think is going to take a big step back is the Jets. That we've talked about as being like this like elite defense. And then last year they ended up not really being that, but
they were looking, it was like Yeah, well, it was 2 years ago, right when Rodgers first got there, that
Yeah.
everyone was like, okay, this defense is ready to go. They've got enough pieces on offense with a solid quarterback that they should be able to make some noise, and they're just on the field so much. I mean, Rodgers obviously got hurt and then didn't perform his second year he did okay, but he wasn't Rodgers level. And they're just on the field all the time.
We got to get.
I would like another receiver because there's a cliff after this range.
No, I agree, but we also got to get Andrews.
Oh, we have time.
Yeah.
I know we have time. I'm throwing it out.
Yeah,
there.
he's like what 108, 110 ish.
Yeah, it would
So
be
you get him this next
ninth
throw.
round pick, and then we can still get Likely if we don't.
Josh Downs would be nice, but the guy in front of us is probably going to take a receiver.
I'd imagine this guy's not gonna. He's gonna take a running back.
We'll get one of these
So
guys.
we'll get
This
one
guy
of them.
sniped us on Waddle. Let's see.
All right,
Nice.
there we go.
Some Josh Downs for Corey.
Love that.
And the next pick, I mean, if Mooney, I like Igbuka a lot.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're up here quick.
But other than that, I'd be fine with. I mean, Laporta, that was kind of a fall.
Yeah.
Then we could have gone for Goff. But yeah, probably Mooney, B-Rob, or Igbuka.
We like Robinson a lot.
You do, Corey?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, PB, you make the decision.
Okay. I mean, I like both B-Rob and Igbuka, so you can be the tiebreaker, Alex.
Oh, we got a vote for Ibuka in the chat, so we'll go there.
Go.
God damn it, Garen.
Igbuka is such a beast.
He's gonna get work early too.
I personally think he's the best rookie receiver. I didn't think I think his landing spot is incredible. If let's say Mike Evans truly is at the tail end, kind of who knows, has an injury, just doesn't play much, and same with Godwin. Like Igbuka will be what you consider like a league winner. Like I firmly believe that if somehow both of them were to miss a bunch of time, Igbuka would be a league winner. If one of them misses, I still think he could be an amazing pick. I think where he struggles to be like a fantastic pick is if both of them are just like fully healthy all year. And
there's not enough targets probably if they're both healthy.
Yeah, just still Bucky.
Yeah.
They got Jalen McMillan, who I'm sure they won't just like completely throw away.
He had a nice little finish to the year.
Yeah.
But he does have that. He's like one of the few receivers that can just go nuts if like something happens to those top two guys.
Definitely an offense I'm happy to get pieces of.
Oh, for sure.
And I never take Godwin because I'm worried about his injury. And
even when he does come back.
Yeah. And then Mike Evans, I'll take some of him still, but I am a little worried about age finally catching up with him.
I mean, we got Baker back there slinging the pill.
He does.
He'll be 32 when the season starts. But I'm not fully out.
Yards.
Next year is more likely where, I mean, depending on, I'll probably be more fully out on Evans next year, but I'm still like, I'll be probably like around the field with him this year. So it won't be overweight him, but I don't want to fade him.
Yeah, I mean that fourth round receiving group is just, there's so many good picks. You got to mix it up, obviously, but
I'll still stand by Xavier Worthy is going to be one of the worst picks on the board by when the season's over.
But the rest of that group is pretty nasty.
Yeah, I love like all
That's a
those
great
receivers.
range.
Well, that's why I think it'll be such a miss for people that took Worthy.
Do we want to go Baker Andrews?
Is Caleb still on the board?
Yep. Yeah, we could go Caleb too. I don't
I think we.
have any. Baker.
Yeah,
Just
they
fine.
took Baker, so I think we go Andrews then Caleb.
We don't have any Baker yet.
Baker was one of my
Keep in mind,
highest drafted quarterbacks last year.
What's that?
it's a good
Baker was
pick.
like my highest drafted quarterback last year.
That worked out.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. This should work out very nice, and then we can get all those solid running back picks. Then the one or depending on where, and if we get another tight end like Ferguson or Goddard, I'm fine with stopping it too. All right. Yeah, all the ADPs like lined up perfectly with this team.
Oh man,
He had more, didn't he?
probably. Yep.
So we're looking at Stroud or Goff. We can probably push Goff, and then if we don't get Goff, we can get Stroud, and we'll take Bateman here.
Yeah.
Or we go Harris and Herbert.
That's another option.
Where's Herbie go? 125.
I don't know if we'll get.
Would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we could get Goff or Stroud still. I'm fine with either.
Harris.
Take the stack. Okay. You know I like Trey
Corey
Harris.
said it louder.
No, I love Trey Harris.
You get Hopkins late.
Let's set this up for getting at least one of Herbert, Goff, or Stroud, I think, with the next pick. And we only have to take – we have 6 receivers now.
We have 6 receivers.
So we can take one more if we need it. Honestly, like you can stop with 5 or 6 on that team, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like – it'll be like a luxury pick depending on whoever's there. We could take a 7th receiver or do something else.
So we go Herbie and then either end at tight end or start slamming running back.
Yeah, we will have to. Do these people after us have 2 quarterbacks already? Because we might be able to push quarterback even more.
So they each got 1.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
And this guy's Higgins, so we would have if Stroud was the only one there, we'd have to take Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Trey Harris and Egbuka are kind of like pretty sweet picks on a team with when you're loaded at receiver at the top because you're just banking on those guys breaking out like later in the season.
Yeah.
And then you have just crazy firepower for the playoff weeks.
Both on really solid offenses, really, really good quarterbacks. Obviously, the Chargers are a little more run heavy, but other than Ladd, you'd expect if Trey is doing what they drafted him to do, that he's helping you out late.
Yeah. I think you could see an annoying amount of Mike Williams a little early on, and then Trey Harris kind of comes
if you
down the stretch.
Positive news out of training camp that he's doing well, then he's going to get a shot early. But if he's struggling a little bit, then he's going to be probably I don't know, 10% of snaps, 12%, 15%, working his way up.
Yeah, I mean, it could we'll see. The training camp stuff's always so interesting to me on if you are really good at knowing what reports will come out. To me, people always will double count injuries. So when training camp starts and you see certain guys like Ayuk, when they put reports oh yeah, Ayuk isn't going to be there. He's injured still. He's going to be up. He'll fall even though it's already kind of baked into his ADP, and you'll just start getting all these reports, and ADP will really start to shift. And it's always interesting if you can like really predict how those
Oh my
reports are
god,
going to go.
Justin Herbert.
I mean, Goff is there, 12 picks past.
I know, but I was just saying we don't have any Justin Herbert.
We got to get some more lad teams.
We have some Herbert. We got 3 Herbert teams.
Okay.
Yeah. We got 3 Herbert teams. We
These
do
guys-
need to get more lad though. We've only got 1 team with lad. So Goff then.
Yeah, it makes
I'll
sense.
just stop there for quarterbacks. We don't need another one.
Now we need to look at running backs.
The guy in front of us doesn't have a quarterback yet, so we shouldn't worry about him. Running backs.
Ray Davis, Benson.
Trey Benson, I would over Ray Davis. He's gonna get more opportunities, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that
it worked out.
perfect.
Packs on 7 pounds. Love it.
I love those random.
Beef up, Trey.
Did you see how many pounds Jalen Hyatt gained?
No.
Like 20.
Really?
Speedster too. Like he went from he was like really small.
Come out of Tennessee. He was.
I thought he was going to do more. What's that?
Wasn't he drafted high by the Giants? He did like a 2nd round pick.
I thought the
73rd overall,
No.
3rd round.
3rd round.
but
The Giants wide receiver room is the oddest wide receiver room in the entire NFL. Like the fact that Slayton is still getting valuable snaps is crazy.
Didn't Hyatt win the Blitnikoff too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Very good.
I thought he was going to do more than he's had.
But he hasn't done anything.
His skill set, like it is like the Giants. There's one quarterback that kind of fits the skill sets of the receiver. It is Russ. Like he likes the deep ball.
Yeah.
They set up that, play action type. I don't know. I think it just their skill sets align a lot with Neighbors and Slayton and Jalen Hyatt. Like they're all these like speedsters.
Yeah.
Literally, the Giants wide receiver room is Wandell, Hyatt, Slayton. Who else is there?
It's
Neighbors. Sorry. Yeah, never mind.
And Wandell.
No, I know, but like after, it's just like for the longest time, it was like just a bunch of no names running out there. Just I don't know how I forgot about Neighbors.
Yeah.
The wide receiver one.
It's gonna
get like 200 targets.
The best rookie last year.
Yeah.
So here, Jaden Blue's staring us right in the face, isn't he?
I mean,
he's fallen so much, but this is where I've been taking him more because I always thought he should go way behind Javonte.
What is this guy doing in front of us? Like, what quarterback is he going after?
Probably Jackson Dart, Shadur Sanders, and Bryce Young.
Maybe Tua.
He's got to be going for Bryce, but you would think you would have taken Tua there and Bryce at the next pick.
He's probably just assuming since we've got 2, this guy has 2. He's just hoping that this guy doesn't take Tua.
He has 0 quarterbacks. Like he should have gone back to back.
Yeah.
With this one, I'm fine with Tank, Roshan. Oh, I mean, Freiermuth is there. I'm fine with any of these picks, to be honest. This is like a range.
I would take Jalen Wright. I know we have a lot of them, but I think he gets the opportunity.
I do like Jalen Wright.
I don't mind taking him 7 picks or 5 picks above ADP either, especially at this round.
The Dolphins have always seemed to like to roll with like this more committee approach, and without Mostert there, like why can't Jalen Wright just have a role from day one? I know they drafted Ollie Gordon, but Wright showed a lot of flash last year.
Yeah, and A-Chain, he's been hurt, so
yeah, he's more of a injury-prone guy. When he's healthy, though, that guy's insane. Glad you agree, Nick. And he said Chosen Anderson. Is he in the league anymore?
no
way.
Gonna be.
He's got to be like a free agent.
Dolphins?
He's on the Dolphins? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, yeah.
Is he still on the Dolphins, or is he kind of?
It says he's the
Yes,
Dolphins.
technically. 1 reception on 4 targets for 5 total yards last year.
I'm sure that's a game PB put him into his DraftKings lineup too. This is the one.
A parking lot incident or two.
What a wild move that was! Like in your own stadium, like what are you doing? There's so many cameras.
If he's not catching passes, he's catching bodies.
I think him and Deontay Johnson pair well in like a receiver room.
Yeah, that's you.
I think they just mesh well and just
Maybe
good for a locker room.
Best buds. That clip was so funny.
Deontay
So
Johnson.
funny.
Every clip I've seen with him, he seems like he just
is delusional.
Not there's like almost like just disinterested. Like he's just everything's just more about him.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, he thinks he's a wide receiver 1.
I say Strange here if he's there.
Yeah, Strange is there.
Do we have what's our week? It's a week. Oh, week 7. Okay.
Yeah, but I think we're going 3 tight ends at this point.
Think so?
Yeah, because we're probably. I mean, we're done with quarterback. We'll take. So if we have 2 and then 3 tight ends, that's 5, and then 6 running backs would be 12, or no, that'd be 11, and then you take 7 receivers to get 18.
Okay. Like I took Matthew Stafford. What does he have a Rams?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, next pick, Shipley,
DJ,
and Giddens, and then otherwise,
there's
it looks like we'll get one of these guys. So hopefully it's Shipley though. Let's go. Another share of Shipley.
Didn't we say we should probably slow down on the Shipley?
He does make sense for a team like this, though.
We'll have him on 5 of our 18 teams.
Okay.
After that,
30%.
We cooled off a little bit. We started, I think, like 3 in a row or something like that. We're like, all right, but he was going a lot later.
I think he was going closer to the 200s.
Yeah, when we were taking him early, he was a last round guy.
Mm-hmm.
At least when we started drafting.
Yeah, he was just a clear riser. Like it's all at the end of the drafts. It's always just 0 RB targets, and I mean, you just look at the best offenses and their backups, and then those are the ones that are going to rise, and that's why you've seen him rise. You've seen what are some of the other ones? Well, Jarquez and Corum. Like you even have 2 of them going picked in like every draft because of the upside. Braylon Allen.
So can you click on like the guy before us who just took Stafford and Darnold? Did he take those guys unstacked?
It looked like it, yeah.
Yep.
What an interesting player.
We need these people in our contests. These are the people that, help everyone else out.
I understand why Dalton Schultz goes late because there's so many bodies there in terms of receiving options, but like
Lots of receiving options.
I feel like he plays so much. I feel like he should go higher than that.
Well, you also have to worry about Cade Stover.
I mean, I'm not worried about Cade Stover. They just paid Dalton Schultz a bunch of money a couple years ago.
But let me look at their snap shares actually last year. Houston Texans. Because I thought you saw Stover playing a bit more. Yeah, so like Cade Stover was playing starting week 4 at least 30% of the snaps. Starting in week 6, he was 50%, 48%, 48%, 44. Like it was pretty much around 50%.
Like Cade Stover is more of a blocker, and they had such a hard time blocking people last year.
Yeah, he blocked more for sure, but like I don't know. It's just you have Nico and Christian Kirk and
No, I get it.
Higgins.
There's a lot of people there, but
Christian Kirk to me almost like he works in a similar area of the field.
I mean, there's 3 tight ends here. So which one do you like, PB?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with Dalton Schultz for a third tight end. He does go, yeah, he does, and we already had Nico, so
Here, Josh Downs.
for our last pick, it'll probably be a receiver. Who are our quarterbacks? Oh yeah,
Lamar and Goff.
so we could take
Is Tim Patrick still with the?
Tutu Atwell. I like Tutu Atwell.
He doesn't fit anything, but
Yeah, but you're just taking like
I know.
7th receiver.
What about Troy Franklin? Oh, what about Alec Imanora, wherever his stupid name
I think
is.
that only makes sense with like a Cam Ward team, or if you're doing the Saints stuff.
What,
But like Tutu is wide receiver 3, like for sure.
Where's Tim Patrick?
He's not relevant. He's still on the Lions, but they just drafted Isaac Tesla. I mean Tutu to me,
That's fine.
he's a clear
We've got a lot of
wide
2-2.
receiver 3. We have a lot of Tutu.
Yeah, we've got 5 teams with 2-2, about to be 6. Just to keep in mind. I mean,
Yeah.
last round guy, but all right. I think we all really like that team.
I was going to say this might be
I think this.
it's a little. I'm slightly worried at running back, just for early season points, but
right. But
that's like my biggest
insane
worry.
wide receiver room.
Yeah,
really like those receivers. Obviously, got a guy who could be QB1 any season with a nice
QB1
high floor backup. Little
Jalen Wright needs to contribute early for sure. Jaden Blue needs to like actually be in the rotation.
Trey Benson
Benson and Shipley. Wait, do you think Benson will have a role at the beginning?
I think he'll be close. I mean, they'll die on the James Conner hill.
Right, that's my thought.
They'll run him into his own grave before they let someone else run the ball there. But I mean, dude's old. He's a lot of miles on him.
Yeah, Trey Benson and the Shipley picks are more of like the high upside handcuffs.
Yeah,
that you hope hit. So, yeah, solid squad there. Haven't been getting as much as Egbuka as I'd like, so I'm glad we got an Egbuka team. But that'll do it for the stream. We'll be back Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central, as always. If you leave a like and subscribe, that would be great. And we'll see you Tuesday.